I'm Steven and I have heard your request. Some of you were messaging me or commenting in my videos saying that you want to be updated on new figures that are going on pre-orders every week. You want my opinion on what is worth pre-ordering, what is worth buying. So I hear you and I've decided to do it. Hello everyone and welcome to Excrogarne's weekly figure news fix. This would be the first edition. So how is this going to work is that I'm going to publish a new video hopefully every Sunday. So I'm going to compile the figures that are going on pre-order for the past 1 week from Monday to Saturday, and I'm going to put it into a one video on Sundays. It'll be a Sunday on here in Asian time, but to those of you watching from the UK or the US, yeah, probably it is still a Saturday evening to you. My expertise is under scale figures, so I won't be covering action figures like Figmas, Revoltex, and even Nandroids as much because that is not my area of expertise. I will be making use of AmiAmi because I find their website to be a lot easier to navigate, though there are many other websites which are trustworthy and you can pre-order your figures from, most notably HobbyLink Japan, hlj.com, and then there is Hobby Search 1999.co.jp or something like that. I'll put the links in the captions below. And then there is Solaris Japan and a few others, right? At the end of the video, I'm going to explore adult rated figures, X-rated figures, where some of them might not appear on AmiAmi. You can't pre-order it on AmiAmi. Yeah, so I'm going to check out websites, especially Native Store. Of course, I will have to censor the video for obvious reasons. Rules are rules. So let's move on to this week's anime figures, which is from the 31st of October to the 5th of November. Alright, so now we are in AmiAmi.com, but before that, you see this banner on top. Exclusive sale, Ichinose Asuna from Blue Archive. That is actually from last week, not this week, but she gets a special mention from me because I do highly implore that you pre-order one if you like Blue Archive. That is going to be something very popular. I myself has pre-ordered one, yeah. Okay, so we go down to the 5th of November where there are no figures at all. Everything is just merchandise. We go down to 4th of November. There is one highlight figure for the day, which is Chainsaw Man Power. 1x7 scale complete figure. This is something that's going to be highly popular. And this is a Shibuya Scramble figure if I'm not mistaken. Yes, the brand is eStream, which is Shibuya Scramble figure. Should you pre-order this figure of Power from Chainsaw Man? Well, eStream as a figure brand is a fairly high-end brand. Their figures are all 30 or 40,000 yen or even higher, though they are not without controversies. Things have gotten a bit better since then, and from what I can see over here, there are really no fragile parts on this figure, maybe except for the two horns on the head. So I would say if you are a big fan of Chainsaw Man, yes, go ahead and pre-order this scale figure of her. Personally, I don't see many scale figures of this character coming up. Price figures, maybe, but scale figures, I would say this is a good purchase because this is a direct reference from a scene in the anime. So why not? Though, yeah, 30,000 yen isn't cheap. Up next, 4th of November as well, we have Kurehito Misaki illustration, Nia swimsuit version. This is a figure by Union Creative and their figures are fairly okay to be honest. Though I have no idea what is this character, most likely this is an original character from an artwork. So personally, this figure is a skip for me, though I won't lie that I like the character design a lot. While I won't be discussing much about action figures, articulated figures, well, this thing over here is something very special, so I would like to give it a quick mention. Which in training Nana Hoshikawa 1x7 scale posable figure. This figure is from a Chinese brand, though I have no idea what brand it is. Though this is something you don't see very often because this figure has a lot of faceplates. I guess Figmas and Revoltex manufacturers, yeah. Please take a note over here and give us more faceplates. This is awesome to be honest. Though I have no idea once again who this character is. This figure is a provisional pre-order. most of the time Chinese brand figures get a provisional pre-order on Ami because they have no idea how much stock they will be able to get their hands on. And lastly, on the very same day, we have this Mega House GEM series Kimetsu no Yaiba figure. This is Himejima-san. Well, for 9,000 yen, you'll get a bonus acrylic keychain of some kind, and if you're not interested in the keychain, it is 7,660 yen, though I think this will only appeal to fans of Kimetsu no Yaiba because this is a very tiny figure. Whenever you pre-order a figure, do remember to scroll down and look at the figure specs. So this figure is only 11 centimeters tall. Yeah, 115 millimeters. This is a very small figure. For 7,600 yen, I'm not sure if this is a good deal. This figure of Akane Shinjo over here on my desk, this is a Mega House figure, and she is non-scale. So as you can see, this is a very tiny figure and she wasn't cheap. She went for 15,000 yen or so, but quickly bargain binned down to 9,000 yen. So as you can see, Mega House GEM figures, well, they don't have a scale, so technically they can do whatever they want with the size of the figure. So do remember to check the dimensions of the figure before you click that pre-order button. Oh, there are no figures on the 3rd of November, interestingly. Alright, so we go down to the 2nd of November. This is the first one, 1/7 scale Lilith from this anime called The Maid I Hired Recently is Mysterious. Now this is something very rare because nowadays anime figure brands, they like to make figures based on characters from games, not seasonal anime, because they are often not as profitable. This is a topic I would like to discuss in a future video, but anyways, do understand that this is something very unusual. So if you liked the anime or this character, pre-order one before you regret it. I don't think any other figure companies are going to make a figure of Lilith from this anime. However, Medicos company, which is the company behind this figure, I don't know much about them to give you guys a proper feedback on whether the figure quality is going to be any good from this company. But nonetheless, do remember that there won't be any other choices for this character if you want a figure of her. The second one is already pre-order sold out, which is unsurprising. We are looking at Figuarts Zero, Anya Forger and Bond Forger, Spy Family. The hottest anime of the season. Of course it is going to be sold out when this figure is so adorable. I did not pre-order this one, but to be honest, I am not expecting this figure to become too rare after release because this is a Figuarts Zero. It is a Bandai low-cost figure, and this figure should be fairly small, not a very big figure. Let's check the dimensions. Yeah, for 7,700 yen, the figure is only 10 centimeters. Yeah, 10 centimeters, 100 mm, that is a pretty small figure. So 6,000 yen for a figure of this small is not exactly cheap, but as you can see, she is sold out. So don't be disappointed if you want her anyways. Check out other websites. I'm going to drop some links in the comments and the caption below. Maybe you might be able to find her and still pre-order her. You can also give Amazon Japan a try. I do highly recommend it. Yeah. Kotobukiya 1/7 scale Mikoto Misaka from the Railgun series. I love the anime a lot. Personally, I won't be pre-ordering this one, but I would say 15,700 yen for this scale figure over here. That is good value for money, period. If you are a fan of this anime, please do get this one. Kotobukiya has made a figure of her before, not too long ago. Yeah, this is just another different version for you to choose from. So let's go back to the main page and we shall see what is up for the 1st of November. Alright. The 1st of November, there are a lot of scale figures, though the big highlight is of course this one, Lancer Altria Pendragon Alter 3rd Ascension from Fate Grand Order. This is 1/8 scale figure by QuesQ, and you are not even getting a single cent of discounts over here, unlike every single figure I've shown you guys up to this point. There is no discount on this one, a full 65,780 yen you have to pay up for this. And, well, this is not yet the worst part. The worst part would be when you receive your invoice over a year later, it will be more like 80,000 yen because the shipping cost for this thing is going to be ridiculous. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to afford this, but I'm going to keep a close eye on this, maybe even pre-order one because I'm collecting a lot of FGO stuff. This is one I would like to have in my collection, naturally. So will you get this figure of Lancer Altria Pendragon, also called Saber Alter? Even though she's not a saber, please do let me know down in the comments below. Ami has already given you guys a warning over here. Shipping cost for this item may be very high due to package size and or weight, and it cannot be combined shipped with any other items. Yeah, this would be my holy grail figure for next year, I guess. Moving on to the next one, I guess these two figures by Freeing will appeal to those of you Fujoshi fans. Any one of you watching this? Yeah. So 10 count Tadaomi Shirotani 1/8 skill, and also 10 count Riku Kurose 1/8. Both are from Freeing, which is kind of surprising because I don't remember the last time Freeing made 1/8 skill Barney figures. 1/4 yes, but 1/8 very surprising to me. Moving on to the next one, we have two Idolmaster figures from Plum. This one is Nagi Hisakawa, 1/7 skill, 19,630 yen. And then the next one would be Hayate Hisakawa. They are sisters, I think. Yeah, should be sisters. I'm not very familiar. So this one is also for the same price, 19,630 yen. Should appeal to Idolmaster fans, but I no longer collect iMask stuff. Oh boy, there are a lot of figures on this one day alone. The next one is Kotobukiya Misaki Shokuho. From the Railgun series, yeah, this should be a pair with that Misaka figure which I mentioned earlier. Go for it, 16,000 yen is fairly affordable. In general, Kotobukiya stuff, they are good value for money. Though at the same time, do not expect too much details, yeah. Up next, we have Furyu or Phoenix 1/7 skill Overlord Albedo white dress. 44,000 yen is a lot of money. You're not getting a single discount either, like Lancer Altria earlier. But I can see why, very obviously. This is something you should pre-order if you are a fan of Albedo or Overlord. This looks amazing. If I could get my hands on one of these, I will. I definitely will. This looks amazing, to be honest. That is all I can say about this figure. Next one, another high-end figure by Furyu or Phoenix. Echidna Hanfu dress version, a 1/7 scale from ReZero. Yup, this is a figure by Furyu, and that has to be one of the most useless umbrellas I've seen. I mean, this is not meant for rain, it is for the sunlight. I do understand as much, but it looks too small to me. It looks a bit weird to me. But nonetheless, this figure looks amazing, lots of details going on. So if you are a fan of ReZero, once again, yes, go ahead and pre-order this one. You'll see making this figure news coverage alone is making me kind of sad because there are so many expensive stuff on one single day and there is no way I can afford every single one of them. For pop-up parades, we have this needy girl overdose, Angel Chan. What is this thing actually? I have no idea. 4,000 yen, well, at least she doesn't cost as much as, well, Hololive characters. And then we have Pop-Up Parade Rei Ayanami. This looks excellent. I really like this one a lot. I'm not sure if I'm going to purchase one after release, but this is a very nice figure of Rei Ayanami. But at the same time, you need to remember there are a lot of many other price figures of Rei Ayanami which are high quality. So I would say even though this figure of Rei Ayanami appears to be an excellent figure, at least based on the product photos, maybe wait until release, wait for review pictures before deciding on this one because there are so many other options in the market when it comes to Rei Ayanami as a character. And lastly, the third pop-up parade, a couple of cuckoos, Erika Amano. Yeah, I did watch all of the 26 episodes of this anime. It was okay, but if you liked the anime or if you liked this character, then sure, go ahead and pick her up. Though I'm going to give her a pass for this one. And lastly, there are these three figures from Ganbare Doki-chan, courtesy of Union Creative. To be honest with you guys, they look fairly plain to me, so 19,000 yen seems a bit too high given what you're getting with these 3 figures. So I guess that is all for the 1st of November. That is a lot of figures on one single day. So we move on to the last one, which is the 31st of October on Monday. The first one would be this one, Gyakuyo Chakai Mio Tokisaki illustration by Taketori Saiku, 1/6 scale. So this should be an edgy figure, obviously, because it is being cropped off by Ami. This figure is made by AnyGift and Vibrastar. Alright, Vibrastar is a fairly new figure company and they should be connected to Native somehow. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, this is an X-rated figure and to be honest, I don't like it a lot. At least for the character design, when it comes to X-rated figures, we usually buy it because we like the artwork or the character design. So this is up to you. If you like the character a lot, by all means go ahead and pre-order one. Otherwise, give this one a skip. And lastly, we have Tokisaki Kurumi Lingerie Swimsuit version. 35,000 yen, a lot of money. This should be something by, Taito Spiritial. So this is also a high-end figure, as the price reflects that you are not getting any discounts either. So if you are a fan of Tokisaki Kurumi and you like this character design, well, by all means go for it. But personally, one thing I'm not really a big fan of when it comes to characters like, for example, Ram and Ram or Kurumi in this case, is that there are so many fan service versions of this character. For that one character, they spam so many different versions and none of them, most of them, do not reflect what the character actually is like in the anime. They are all fan service versions, a birthday suit, a Halloween suit, and so on. You get my point. These are fan service stuff. So once again, it depends on whether you like the character and you like the design over here. If yes, go for it. If not, feel free to skip it. For me, I'm going to skip this figure. And lastly, Native Store for the adult stuff. There will be censorship. I do apologize for that. So I would suggest that you go into this website and check out all of the items on your own. There are too many things to cover for this first episode. But if there's one figure I would like to highlight because I like it a lot, is this figure of Chigusa Hoshikawa over here. Naturally, adult figures, they are mostly based on artworks. And I do like this one a lot. However, do remember that Native does not ship to every country, my country included. So if you want to get your hands on something like this, yet this website does not ship to your country, I guess that your best option is to use a proxy service. So there are a number of proxy services out there. Personally, I use Tenso.com a lot. So you can check out Tenso.com if you want to pre-order a figure from a Japanese website which does not ship to your own country. This Chigusa Hoshikawa would be the top of my list for the past week if I were to order something. And there we have it, weekly figure news. And there we have it, that is all for Figure News Week for 31st of October to 5th of November. If you do have any questions, please do drop it down in the comments below, and thank you very much for watching. See you guys again soon next week. Goodbye.